good morning or afternoon or whatever time of the day it is that you're watching this. I'm back in the UK and thought I'd take a quick video of the area that I live in England, or at least the area that my mum and dad live in. So I live in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, and I've been living overseas for well over 10-11 years. But I'm back in the UK visiting my mum, dad, sister and her family and everyone, which is great because I haven't been able to get back for quite some time. I think about 2 years I haven't been back to the UK. So it's great catching up with all of those. And I've got a bit of spare time on my hands, so I thought I would take a quick video of where I'm from, where I grew up. So yeah, we're gonna walk the canals, which there's loads of canals near me, canals and rivers, and we're going to check out a wood, like a little forested area where I used to play as a kid. We're just walking past a park that I always used to play in, and we're also going to check out a pub. And the pub is it's an old Lord's manor. So there's a guy called Lord Marsh, and he passed away a few years ago, and his daughters, I believe, live in London, so they decided to sell the old mansion house, and they've turned it into a pub, and it's really nice. A lot of my family rave about it. They say the decor and the staff are really cool. A few of them have grumbled about the menu, but I haven't eaten there, so I can't say whether it's good or bad. I'll probably eat there later on. So yeah, ramblings. So this is a park that is right next to my house. We've just walked from my house. I started the video as we were walking from my home. Yeah, this is where I used to play. I used to have a BMX track way over the way, but it's a pretty peaceful park in general. You can play bowls here, which, if you're not sure what bowls is, it's like bowling, old school, on grass. And instead of just bowling down an alleyway, you have to roll the ball closest to a smaller ball that you've thrown, and then you and your partner compete. I guess you can just check out YouTube to see what bowls is. So yeah, this is the park near me. There's a tennis court just over the way. There's a play area, and in general this is just an area where lots of people just come and walk their dogs. Yeah. So that's the bowling green, and just behind there is a wooded area, and it's called King George V Park, named after King George V, who was, I think he was the grandson of Queen Victoria, who was obviously fairly famous. Yeah, it's a pretty good park, basketball courts, tennis courts and things like that, and a play area, but in all honesty it's mainly used for dog walking, as you can see, sort of just in the distance. So I guess I'll leave you with some images of the park, some cool footage and a bit of background music, and then the next time you'll hear my voice will be when we're walking along the canal, or maybe walking into the woods. So I think this is a pretty cool spot to film. So up there, that's what we call the glass cone. That's where glass would have been produced. So that cone would have been like the furnace. They still, it's a museum in there, so maybe we should go in there and have a look. And then down here, they would have been the production line, and then just there, those are now really nice apartments. But before, it would have been a warehouse where they would have loaded the finished product, which would have been glass in this area, onto the canal barges, and then this canal, which was built in 1776, the canal barges would have taken it up to either Manchester or further down south to be traded. So yeah, I think this is a great scene. So yeah, maybe we should go and check out this museum. That's the glass cone itself. I'm not sure if you can get the scale of how big that is, but it is pretty big. Yeah. The area that I'm in, the area that I live in, is known as the Black Country. And the reason it's called the Black Country is because back in the day, in the Industrial Revolution, the skies went black from all the soot that was being produced. And yeah, some said that even the rain that came down would be black. So it's known as the Black Country. So there's ducks over there. Now it's a very peaceful area. Nice area to live, and I feel pretty fortunate to have grown up here, truth be told. Yeah, so the people in this area are really friendly. Now, I work in Saudi Arabia, and I work with a number of people from all over the world, but there's this one guy that I worked with. He's just left this year actually, and when he said, "Where are you from?" and I said, "Oh, well, I was born and raised in the Black Country," he sort of turned up his nose and he went, "Ooh." And I said, "Why?" And he said, "It's a horrible place." And I'm not sure why he's got that image of the Black Country, but I love it. I love coming home and sort of visiting friends and family. I've got friends that live just over there. In fact, I've got a really good friend who lives just here. I'd love to show you what he's done to his home, because he's a real sort of yeah, he's a real genius when it comes to building things. He's a builder by trade, but he's got lots of reclaimed bricks and slate and a whole bunch of oak. And he's made this really good sort of I don't know what you call it, like an outhouse in his backyard and back garden. And yeah, it's just really cool the way he's set up the brick work and stuff like that. It's yeah, it's beautiful. So this is what's known as a lock. So obviously, as you can see, the water there is fairly high. You come in here, and this is where you can lower or higher the water. So at the moment it's lowered to this level, so then you can go out. And these are the gates, these are the doors. So that allows for the barges to go up and down. I'll try and get some footage of a canal barge going through, so you can get an understanding of how it works. And yeah, the canal water, maybe I shouldn't say this, but when I was a teenager, me and a bunch of friends used to come down to the canal. We had rope swings across the canal, so usually we'd swing across the canal, but on occasions we did fall in. But yeah, no, it seems fairly clear. I'm not sure if you can pick that up on the camera, but it's pretty clear. And people come fishing here. You can get, if that's your thing, you can get reasonable sized fish out in this part of the canal. I think one of my friends said the most common fish that he catches is the perch or something like that. I could be wrong. So yeah, coming around, these are fairly new houses, but they have, yeah, I think they've kept in character with the area. Here's another lock, and yeah, my house is just from here. It's like a 10-minute walk, I'd say. But my friend's house is just here, so hopefully I'll get some footage of his cool place, either in this episode or another episode. Yeah. Great to be back in a country where it's so green. So I really enjoy living in Saudi Arabia. It's got its own sort of really cool parts about living there. But being back in the UK, I just love seeing all of this greenery. I think maybe even I've got a bit of hay fever, which I haven't had in a long time. Alright, so here are some more locks and some wildlife. I'm not sure if you can pick up that duck over there. So yeah, what happens is canal barge comes in, stops here. They then higher or lower the water in here between the two gates, depending on which way they're going. Then they low or high the water, like I said, and then they carry on their merry little way. So that's where they can go up or downhill. And there's a little canal barge there. So it is under cover, under tawning, under tarpaulin. Yeah, and this is the park that leads just onto my friend's home. So, yeah. So guys, I think I'm just going to leave you with some nice music and some footage of the area just by my home.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. A step back to see the truth around you. From a distance you can tell. You and me were meant to be outdoors, forever free. You and me, meant to be in the great outdoors,
Something quite interesting is when you get to steep areas on the canal, you'll see these, and this is for when you're going uphill. You can put your foot on there and push, so you get more grip. That's for if you need to push the canal barge. Yeah, so it gives you a bit more grip. And now we're getting up to, I'm not sure if it is a marina, but it's kind of a marina. It's where lots of canal boats sort of moor up. And I think there's maybe a bit of a yard there where they do, they fix canal boats up and stuff. If anybody knows the area, then they'll be able to tell me what it's called. But yes, we're going to see lots of canal barges now, and what I think is some pretty cool warehouses and cobbled streets. Alright, so this looks like the owner is a bit of a character. So this is a canal barge, like all the ones that we saw before. Apart from on there, he's got this one here is the Black Country flag. So like I was telling you, the area is called the Black Country. He's flying the Black Country flag, the England flag, I imagine because of the recent football match. And then yeah, he's got some interesting flags on the back as well, and lots of cool plants. Alright guys, so I promised you cobbled streets. Here are some cobbled streets and some more beautiful buildings. And of course, a pub. Okay guys, so this episode is getting a bit longer than I wanted. So I'm going to cut it off here. I know I did say that I was going to visit an old lord's manor that had turned into a pub. I didn't really get time to get much footage, take much video of that. I did get some photos, so I'm just going to leave this video with a few photos of that old building. And thank you for watching, and yeah, hopefully see you for the next episode. Thanks again.